Yo, today we are looking through more of my personal goal exercises to hopefully derive something beneficial from them. And of course, the first thing I see is what happened to Virgil, the song by Lil Durk. And if you didn't watch the last video, I had that in my the top of my journal notes the last time. So I don't know why I read that again, but it's there. So let's go into this second one, and this will be an interesting one because it really is the beginning of where I got this idea for my book, the 23 attitudes. So the exercise two, this was written on the 17th of March 2022. So this has been over 2 years now. This is honestly like time is it's been over 2 years. So it's interesting to see what did I write. The exercise is to write down one word goals for that aim towards attitude for all of those time periods. And you see how I called it long-term goals, but I changed it to personal goals after I finished because how varied it is. It's not just long-term goals. It's literally a goal a minute from now is not long-term. It's like short-term to long-term, but it's aimed at my own interests. So personal goals is more of a better name for this. So I wanted to practice gratefulness 1 minute from now. These are attitudes. Practice patience. An hour from now. A day from now, practice discipline. A week from now, practice consistency. A month, persistence. A year, dedication. A decade, mindfulness. And life before death, happiness. And I picked the easier ones to start with as short time periods, and then became more insightful as time increased. And this was, I don't know where the idea came from to call these attitudes. I just wanted to call something, I wanted to call all of these behaviors and thought patterns something. So I just called them attitudes. And I never really looked up beforehand because I just wanted to go straight off what I think and what I believe. So yeah, and this was the picture I took. Actually, I wrote there, you can see, continuing on long-term goals, vision, improvement, and attitude. So I'm pretty sure I linked attitude to anything that encompasses those list of thought patterns and behaviors. Well, now let's move on to the third one. I'm hoping to do like 1 to 5 per part of these episodes I'm doing, hopefully. And we'll see what this one says. So the third exercise I do a little bit different. I say to write down one goal for every calendar month of the remainder of the year. And I guess this is my third one, so I was trying to do something completely different than my first one. But as time goes on, the more I increase with these exercises, you start to realize I fall into a pattern because it's hard to kind of do it different every single time. But this one specifically, in March, I wanted to have 5 minimum things I stand for. And thank God I was able to define that back then, which is I'm pretty sure I mentioned on this channel before. It was control, freedom, responsibility, Islam, integrity, respect, family, just a bunch of those. I think those 7 things I listed back then, and so I'm happy I was able to do that. April, fast every day of Ramadan, which is a Islamic month where we fast from dawn to sunset. Grow my small trading account in May. Now, I don't trade anymore, so unfortunately, every time I mention it, it's going to be looking back at that sour apple that you don't want to see. So I'm going to see that every time. In June, improve my boxing technique. Pass my exams in July. Integrate a long-term mindset by August. Gave myself a lot of time. September, read 3 books. Manage my cash flow more in than out. Practice gratefulness. Learn about Islam. Learn more about Islam. And there, practice gratefulness. I was really getting into the practice and putting an attitude after it. And that has become something I really did keep the same format of. And yeah, so not much I guess to talk about here, but I will. So I think I'll move on to the next one. Now, exercise 4. To write down 2 goals for each of the next 5 years, including this year. So 2 goals for every year for the next 5 years. And this is a good exercise again to kind of, the great thing about it is that you start to scale things and you start to separate what you think you can accomplish in certain time frames. So let's see what I had to write. In 2022, I wanted to develop my understanding of Islam. Number 2, inspire 5 people to do better. Very interesting. 2023, have 6 figures to invest and spend. I do not have that. Read 30 books in 2023. And it's interesting. I said it's interesting before I read that, because I ended up reading 30 books, but I didn't remember writing that as one of my goals a year ago, that year before I did. So yeah, that's a bit interesting to see. 2024, travel to 2 new continents and take part in 1 marathon. It's still likely, I guess. Who knows? 2025, host a seminar for traders. Never possible. Never again. Have a great understanding of Islam, inshallah. 2026, write a book. Become more patient. And I did write a book in 2023. And I did travel actually to 2 continents in 2024. So I think I could tick those off. Okay, so those are the pictures. Again, the pictures are just a good reminder as to where I was at the time of writing them. So yeah, let's see. We do one more. I guess we can do one more. Number 5. Let's see. Write down 2 goals, with 1 being habit based for 5 based intervals. Minute, hour. Okay, yeah. So for every 5 minutes, 5, following that 5 pattern. And what I seem to do here is do 1 attitude goal and 1 habit goal. So let's see what I said. 5 minutes, patience. Assess the Batman movie I just watched. So yeah, I guess, yeah. Number 5 hours from now, peace, be restful in my sleep. 5 days, discipline, read into attacking currency trends. 5 weeks, resilience, depth in my understanding of civil engineering exam modules. 5 months, consistency, develop my understanding of Islam. 5 years, independence, inspire 1 person to change their life. And this is the picture that follows. Oh, I wrote this at 12 in the morning. You can see right at the time. The time, it says 12 a.m. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it here. So we've reached number 5. I'll follow on from number 6 we'll see how much I will do. This is just something I'm trying. I don't know if much value can come out of it, but for you watching this video, you can look at it as a source of guidance and an example as to how you could start creating goals if you're just new to it, because this is an example of me developing as I'm practicing this exercise daily, almost daily, because you can see the dates written there. You can see that from the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and if I continue, it's keeping it going. And this is the thing that you get with consistency. You get a lot better, and once you follow that routine, you give room for improvement and growth. So of course there's a lot to do, and I'm not sure how much I can say about certain goals, because there's not much to say about it, but hopefully there's some benefit to you watching this.